Hello friends, and welcome to another Friday Pick a Card. You can see by the picture below, you can see the choices that are available to you. Today I am using cards from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck that I am using, and I'm also going to be using cards from my Tea Leaf Fortune deck, which is a ginormous deck of 200 cards. 200 cards. They are round. They are incredibly difficult to shuffle. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get and how it works. So I'm going to stick with the same theme that we've used over the last couple of weeks. So when you choose your bundle 1, 2, or 3, when you get to that bundle, I will be shuffling and drawing the cards live. So give it a thought. Look at the image below. Pick which image is the one that's calling out to you, which is the image, which is bundle 1, bundle 2, or bundle 3 that carries the message that you need to hear today. And when you know which bundle you are wanting to listen to, wanting to watch, you can jump ahead to that part of the video to get the message that you need to hear. And I do hope it's a good one for you. I do hope it's a message that brings you lots of love, peace, and abundance. Right, so those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today, welcome. I do hope you have had a good week. I do hope that it's been an easy one for you with not too many challenges and difficulties. I know I've had a fabulous week. It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, so let's get into today's message. Let's get into today's bundle. I am, in case you haven't used or haven't watched the intro and you're not sure which decks I'm using, I am using the Psychic Tarot, and I am also using cards from my Tea Leaf Fortune card. So those are the decks that we're working with today. And we're going to start off with the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. This is a deck of 200 cards, so it is incredibly difficult to shuffle. They are round, so it does make for interesting interesting moments. So I'm going to attempt to shuffle the 200 cards. So these cards typically just have a symbol on them with a little bit of text, but the symbol is really what we're looking for and is the message that the card has for you. I must be honest and say I've never actually read the guidebook that comes with it, so I don't know if there's any more to the symbols than what I pick up intuitively. But that's how we read the cards. We look at the image that's there and we intuit it, and we allow Spirit to give us the information that we need to pass on. Right, so I am shuffling as best as I possibly can here. I think that's enough. Okay, try and hold them in a pile, and I'm just going to randomly grab one, and I think from about over there, I want that one. Oops, something went flying. But I have my 2 that I'm going to use. Let me just put these away. Okay. So the first one we have is the call. And the call says to you, get back to basics. Can you see that? Get back to basics. And the other one that you have, is the yoke. And it says you're feeling tied down or frustrated. Okay. So we've got get back to basics and we've got the yoke. Let's see if I can hold them that you can see them both at the same time. There we go. There we go. That's nice and clear. Right. So we've got get back to basics and we've got that you are feeling tied down and frustrated. And you know, it's interesting because get back to basics, often that is the advice given when life is getting overwhelming, when things are getting too big, too crazy, too manic. You know, often the advice given by everybody is, you know, just calm down, settle down, time out, get back to basics, reset to 0 and start again. So I do think that's exactly what the call is saying to you by telling you to get back to basics. It's like, don't overcomplicate things. Whatever the challenges that you're experiencing in your life at the moment, whatever it is that's going on around you, just allow yourself to just reset, get back to basics, go back to the fundamentals, go back to the basic expectations and requirements. This feeling of being tied down or frustrated, you know, it's completely normal. We all feel like that from time to time. You have the choice of trying to work through that frustration or get back to basics, reset back down to ground 0 and take it from there. Okay, so that gives the sort of the theme of the message for you today. I'm now going to use the Psychic Tarot and I'm going to give them a shuffle and see what they want us to know. Let's see what added message they can give us today. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And again, you know me, I battle with big cards. And these are quite large, actually. Not some of my biggest decks, but yeah, they certainly are quite large. Right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And let's see what we get. So let's take that one. Let's take that one. And just because we can, I'm going to take another one over there. Right, put them aside. So the first one we have, look how beautiful that is, harmony. So get back to basics. You're feeling tied down, frustrated. You're seeking, you're yearning for, you're wanting some harmony in your life, as well as some balance and triumphant success. Oh, isn't that just, I love this. Such a good message. Let me just put the cards here in front of me so that I can see the bigger picture and see if there's anything else that Spirit need us to know today. So, you know what? This is what we're all working towards. This is what is actually significant. This is the meaning of life, isn't it? Just harmony and balance between you and another, between you and everybody else, somebody else, your significant other, you know. And it's not just about relationships. We're talking career. We're talking anything that you do that involves another entity, person, whatever it is. We just want harmony and balance. And I think that's what the whole world is looking for. Every single person's looking for harmony. We're just looking for a good life. We're looking for happiness. How do we get that? Is through balance. I want to add that. I don't know how to hold it. Right, let's do it like that. Okay. How do we get the balance? How do we get the balance that we're so desperately looking for? By just going back to basics. When we overcomplicate the situation, when we overcomplicate the challenges and the problems that we have, we make things more difficult. We add more than there needs to be. When we go back to basics, when we go back to just recognizing that we are two souls, that we are two energies, two entities, two some things, it is just easier. Okay. And triumphant success, again, I'm going to put harmony and triumphant success together, because that is the message that is coming here from these two cards, is that we want harmony with another person. We want harmony with ourselves, with our environment, with our surroundings, with our people, with our family. And everybody is striving for success. Everybody is striving for this achievement. We all want happiness and success in our lives, but we don't know how to get it. And trying so hard is making us feel tied down or frustrated. We're also irritated. We're also frustrated. So we tend to snap. We tend to snap at everybody around us. We tend to snap at our colleagues and our family members and our children and our parents and everybody. We snap, 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 snap. And where does that get us? Nowhere. If we just get back to basics, if we just go back to realizing that you are you, I am me, and together we are perfect. If we get back to that, we will have the balance and the success that we are so desperately looking for. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 1, I do hope that that's a good message for you. I do hope that something in there talks to you, that something in there just lets you know that everything is going to be fine. Stop overcomplicating it. Go back to basics and all will be good in your universe. With love and blessings from me to you. Until next week, take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today. If you didn't watch the introduction and you don't know what cards I'm using today, I am using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I am also going to be using cards from my Tea Leaf Fortune cards. I have reinserted bundle 1's cards into the decks, so if they need to make a second appearance, they certainly can do so. And this is the tea leaf cards that I talk about. There are 200 of them, so there are a lot of these. And basically on these cards is just a symbol with a little description. And I haven't actually read the guidebook that comes with it, so I don't know if there's any more to the messages than what I get, but I basically read them intuitively. I basically let the symbols talk. I let the symbols guide us to what the interpretation is, and obviously then we've got spirit jumping in as well. So I'm going to try and shuffle this. Oh, they are terrible. Hard. They are round cards, and there's so many of them, and I am such a bad shuffler. So we shuffle, 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 hoping to get the cards that we need the message today. So, right. I have shuffled. I have put them together. let's now grab. Okay, so difficult. I can see me throwing them all over the floor. Right, I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to take that one. So I've got two. I'm trying to put the others down without throwing them all over the floor. Right, so the first one we have is the key, and it says successful outcome to your problems. And the other one we have is the vase. Oh, secret admirer. Oh, I like that. Secret admirer and the key telling you that there will be a successful outcome to your problems. That is awesome. So, you know, if I look at these two together and try and just get, obviously we're talking about a collective message here, everybody who has chosen bundle 2. Not all of you are going to have a secret admirer. So how do we interpret secret admirer? How do I look at the key and the vase with the secret admirer? And you know, secret admirer is not always about romance. It's not always about one-on-one relationships. A secret admirer could be somebody in the work situation, for example, who admires the work that you do. Somebody who looks up to you, somebody who respects you, somebody who wants to be like you, somebody who sees the good of who you are and what you are and wants to be like you. So somebody who aspires to be like you, they admire you. So that's quite interesting, and successful outcome to whatever the problems are that you're dealing with at the moment. Okay, so I'm now going to use the Psychic Tarot. I have them here in front of me. I'm going to give them a shuffle, and let's see if we get clarification on the secret admirer and the key to the problems that you might be experiencing. But I really feel like this is going to be such an awesome, positive, inspired message, having a secret inspirer, having somebody, a secret admirer I should say, somebody who aspires to be like you and somebody who values who you are as a person. Okay, so we're going to take 1, we're going to take 2, and because we can, we're going to take 3. So the first card we have is Stand Your Ground. You know, so this is interesting. I'm not even looking at the other 2 cards yet. I'm going to hold on to Stand Your Ground for a minute, because when we have a secret admirer, it's human nature to be defensive. It's human nature to try and defend our ground. When somebody admires who you are, what you do, how you do it, we often feel like they're trying to take it away from us. When somebody gives a compliment, we often think like, well, why are they complimenting us? Why are they saying all these nice things? Do they want to take it away from me? So we often get defensive. And I think that's what Stand Your Ground is telling you. It's telling you that you mustn't be defensive. Okay, let's just see. Now, I haven't looked at the other 2 cards yet. Fulfillment of wishes. To make sure I was reading it right, and fertility. Whoops, fertility. So if I look at these, I'm just going to put them in the right order here in front of me. Let me look at the overall picture and see if there's anything else that Spirit want to pass on to us as well. Right, so the first one we had is the key. Successful outcome of your problems. We then had the vase telling you that there is a secret admirer. I'm going to now put emphasis on the word that it's secret. So somebody is admiring you. Somebody is looking, noticing, aware of who and what you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it, when you're doing it, etc. And they are admiring you, admiring who you are, and it's not necessarily on a romantic level. Okay. It's telling you to stand your ground. So it's telling you that you are solid, you are strong, you are stable, you are everything. Don't just take a holiday. Don't just be aware of who's around you. Stand your ground with what matters, but don't be defensive with the things that don't matter in your life. Fulfillment of wishes is basically, just want to make sure that you can see the image there, is basically saying to you that whatever you're aspiring to, whatever you are trying to do and achieve in your life, you are going to do that. Remember, you've got the key. Remember, you've got the key to help you unlock whatever the challenges, the problems, and the obstacles that you are facing, and you will fulfill your dreams. You will fulfill everything. The fertility card is such an awesome card. It doesn't mean that you're going to fall pregnant. So please, those of you who are watching this, don't say, oh my gosh, fertility, I'm going to fall pregnant. If that is something that you're aspiring to, if that's something that you are working at, then maybe you will have fulfillment of your wishes because you've got the key. Okay. And also, stand your ground is saying don't lose hope. Stand your ground is telling you to keep hope alive. Okay. Don't lose hope on whatever it is that you are dealing with. Fertility is telling you that you have everything ready for the results and the outcome that you are looking for. You know, we often talk about having, a farmer would talk about his soil being fertile. It means his soil is ready to create. It just needs the seed, it just needs the water, it just needs the nourishment. Everything is there. It is ripe, it is ready for the creation. So whatever you're dealing with in your life at the moment, just know that you are going to be successful. Just know that you are going to have everything is in place. Everything is ready. All you've got to do is put it in motion. But I think also Secret Admirer could also just be telling you that somebody is observing you, somebody's aware, somebody's noticing, somebody's watching the success that's coming your way, and somebody's like, oh my gosh, look how amazing they are, look how fabulous they're doing, look at all the good that's coming to them. So whatever the problem is that you're facing, whatever the challenges that you're dealing with at the moment, just know, don't back down, but don't be too defensive. Just know that carry on the path that you are going. Keep moving forward. You will fulfill your wishes. You have the fertility. Everything is there ready for you to make it happen. So those of you who chose bundle 2, I do hope that there was a message there that talks to your heart and soul. I do hope that there was something there of significance, of value to you. Until next week, take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today. If you didn't watch the intro and you're not sure which deck I'm using or which cards I'm using today, I am using the Psychic Tarot, and I am also using cards from my Tea Leaf Oracle. So we're going to start off with the Tea Leaf Oracle. There are 200 cards in this deck. It is quite a large deck, and the cards that were chosen or that were drawn for bundles 1 and 2 have been reinserted into the deck. So I'm going to give these a shuffle, and gosh, it is so challenging to shuffle these cards. Give them a shuffle, and we're going to draw a couple of cards as the theme for the message that you need to hear today. And I am making a mess. I'm glad you can't see what's happening down here. Hold a second. Right. I'm going to draw one card from there, and I'm going to draw one card from there. Right, so I've got 2 cards, and the first one you have is Cat, and it's telling you a two-faced friend. And we have, oh, well, you've got all the animals, and we've got a lobster, and it's telling you financial pinch. Right, let me try that. So you've got financial pinch from the lobster, and you've got a two-faced friend from the cat. And aren't cats like that? You know, I mean, I am such a cat person. I absolutely love my cats. But yeah, cats, you know, they choose if they want to be your friend or not. Cats, it's not like a dog who just loves you unconditionally. And if you call a dog comes and the tail's wagging. Cats will like look at you and say, oh no, I don't want to be your friend today. But if they want to be your friend, they want to be your friend. So we've got a bit of an issue happening here for those of you who've chosen bundle 3. So there's a two-faced friend, and we've got a financial pinch. So that's the theme. Before I go any further, let's grab some cards from the Psychic Tarot. So we're going to give them a shuffle. They're a little bit easier to shuffle than the huge wad of round cards, but they are still quite large. Giving shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we're going to draw a couple from here. Okay. So, Psychic Tarot, what do you have for us? One card. I like that one. And I want one up here. So we've got the 3 cards. Okay. So the first card you have is Authority. Right, so the first card you have is Authority. I'm going to leave it there. We have Choose Wisely. Okay, so you have choices and options available to you, but choose wisely. And the final one you have is a positive movement forward. So let me just have a look at all of these laid out here in front of me and see if there's anything else that Spirit want me to add to the message. So the cat with the two-faced friend. You know, sometimes, and this is quite interesting how it's coming through to me, because sometimes we are our own worst two-faced friend. You know, it's not always about an external friend. It's not always about your best friend. It could be somebody at work. It could be the business. It could be the company that you work for. It could be your best friend. It could be an acquaintance. It could be a family member. But somebody doesn't have your best interests at heart. And often it can be you. You can be your own worst enemy in this case. So two-faced friend, you might be saying one thing and thinking another, which makes you a two-faced friend for yourself, okay? The lobster telling you financial pinch, maybe it's telling you that there's a bit of a financial difficulty, or things are a bit tight for you at the moment financially, or maybe it's telling you need to hold on, you need to be a little bit mindful of where you're spending your money. And I'm going to take the authority card here to say that you need to be in a position of authority. You need to be in control. You need to be driving the situation here. You need to be in control. You need to be assertive and be honest with yourself, with who is the cat in the situation, who is being two-faced. Is it you to yourself, or is it somebody external that you need to be mindful of? It's telling you to choose wisely. Okay, it's telling you to choose wisely. So don't just go, okay, so it's that person, or it is me, or it's that. Think about this. Think about this really carefully, because remember, we've got the lobster and the financial pinch. So if we don't choose wisely, maybe we're going to end up in a little bit of a financial situation. If you do take the time to choose wisely, if you do take the time to be careful and choose wisely, there will be positive movement for you. And I'm also going to say to you here as well that what Spirit is sort of giving to me is that this two-faced friend could be giving you bad advice, okay? It might not be bad advice, but it may be bad advice for you right now, okay? And if you are mindful and aware of who's giving you that bad advice, or what the bad advice is, don't make decisions based on money alone. Make the decisions based on intuition. Trust in your own authority. Trust in your own ability to know you, to know what's right for you. Make the right decision and allow things to change, because this card tells me positive movement forward, tells me that you haven't been moving in a while. You have probably been quite stagnant. You probably haven't progressed forward the way that you should, and you need to be progressing forward. You need to be allowing that to take place. So don't take all the advice given by others. Don't put money as the main focus. Yes, there might be slight financial difficulties, but I think it's telling you need to hold on. You need to pinch and hold. You need to grab and hold. So I don't think it's telling you financial difficulties, but I do think it's telling you need to be mindful of your financial situation. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, I really believe that the message for you is be aware of who is giving you advice. Be aware of who's your friend and who isn't, and put yourself into that equation. Bring yourself into it, because sometimes you can be your own worst enemy, and sometimes you can give yourself bad advice. Watch your pennies, watch your spending. Get into a position of authority in your life. Get into a position where you know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it, you know how you're doing it, you know all of those kind of things. Don't just let don't let the two-faced people try and dictate your life to you. You need to be making those decisions. Any decisions that need to come about, choose carefully, choose wisely based on who is around you and who is giving you advice, especially when it comes to financial advice. But a change is needed. It is necessary. Movement forward is possible. With lots of love and blessings from me to you. Until next week, you take care.